Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to this your favorite TV show.
ELT Paranormal Activities.
This time we have the opportunity to interview a special person.
This special person is a vampire, but he is not just a vampire.
He is a vampire English teacher.
The next interview to the vampire teacher Antonio is based on his teaching life.
He will comment about how he became a vampire English teacher.
His first victims, teenage students,
His trip to England.
and as a consequence the difference that he found after being there.
Finally, the way he defines as teacher. So, could you tell us about your motivator? How you become teacher? Or
Well, the process of why I decided to become a teacher was I didn't want to become a teacher. That was not within my objectives in life. When I decided to enter the university, I wanted to study mass media communications. So entering this major was just like my second option. So I decided to study it, and I said, well, I can study for 1 year, I can learn English, and then to change to a different major. Then I was here, and I started liking it a lot. So, like knowing English and knowing how to be able to teach somebody to learn English. But then I had my ups and downs. First, I liked this semester, but the next semester I didn't like it. And the next semester I liked it, and then next semester I didn't like it, till I got to the 8th semester and I said, well, I'm about to finish, I only have 1 year left. And then I finished the major. And that's how I became a teacher. I started teaching as a teacher when I was still a student at the major. I was working in a private school. I didn't get a lot of money. But I said, well, I have to have practice before I finish so that it would be easier for me to find a job at the end of the major.
So, talking about your first victims as our students, what happened there? How was it?
It was shocking because I have had practice here at the university in the practical subjects, but being in the real life with teenagers, and here at the university I taught university students. It's a big difference with teenagers and with kids, so it was shocking, but it was a good experience, and it was also good because I said, I don't want to teach teenagers, I don't want to teach children, I want to focus on adults. You know, adults are like more interesting and they can challenge you a little bit more.
regarding to England, why did you decide to go there, to travel there?
It was an opportunity. I wasn't looking for going to England and study there. It was an opportunity and I said, well, yes, I take it. So they offered me to study a master's degree. It was a really good, really big opportunity for me because I was in a different country. I was going to be by myself. I was going to be studying a master's degree, so that would give me a lot of opportunities to grow as a person first and then as a professional. I think that both are like really linked. If you want to become a professional, you need to grow not only in that part of your life, but also in the personal life. And being in a different country gives you a lot of perspectives related to the things that you're used to seeing in one way.
So when you went back to here, did you notice any difference about your teaching, your personality?
Yeah, I think I was a little bit more open to everything. I was not so quiet as I used to be before. I noticed a difference between me and my colleagues. And the thing is that I think, well, I wasn't selfish before, but being again here in Mexico with a degree, a master's degree, with a little bit more of like, maybe they had the same knowledge, but I saw it with a different perspective. So I was willing to communicate that to my colleagues. The problem was that I used to give my ideas and they would say, okay, yeah, good. But I never saw them applying my ideas.
And now, how would you define yourself as a teacher nowadays?
I think I am a committed teacher. Whatever I do it for my students. When I prepare a class, I try to make the class simpler to them, because I think that's the best way students can learn. And maybe it would take time for you preparing my class, but in the end what matters is the learning of the students. I try to be like, I try to innovate, not to be like the typical teacher. Sometimes I fall into that, plant the seed in them for researching, for reading. I'm not saying that I want them to read a lot, but start like reading little by little, and then to start like researching, like going into that direction. So and I think that mostly that's what I want to do. Like I am like that, like I'm committed.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And just my partner and I have a little request.
My side.
Well, could you give us advice in order to become like you?
Okay.
Such as good teacher and a good vampire.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you?
Really willing?
Yes.
I don't care. It's food for me.
We have come to the end of the show.
It was an interesting interview, wasn't it?
It was. It really was. Now, for the next episode, we're gonna see the case of an English student that has been possessed.
For reasons we haven't found yet.
Here we have a short clip of the possession. Ooh, it was scary, right?
Yeah, it really was.
Okay, so see you next time.
Bye.